And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, yeah.
You were supposed to say that with
I know
me.
I was supposed to say it with you. I forgot about that.
That's okay. We'll do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm Amy with a Y.
Go ahead.
Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y.
And I'm Amy with an I.
And we're just two blueberries floating in a bowl of tomato soup, and we definitely know what we're doing. Don't be fooled by the laughter. We are professional podcasters, and we nailed this
really
intro.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are on episode 23.
Mm-hmm.
That sound right? Does the math work out on that?
Yep. That's how many toes I have.
Makes sense. Good.
Sure.
So Amy and Amy have been having a shitty couple of weeks, you know, more so Amy with an I than Amy with a Y. But
I don't want to win this.
As usual, we haven't really planned much. So I told Amy we would just discuss what's been on my mind, and we'll wing it as we usually do. And what's been on my mind is just how shitty this country is, and just what a depressive state it's been putting me in. So the reason that I've been thinking about this is twofold. So yesterday I started, have you watched that video yet? The This Is America video by Childish Gambino, who is also Donald Glover from Community. Do you watch Community?
Yeah, I loved Community.
So Troy from Community, Donald Glover.
I know who Donald Glover is.
Okay, so he also is like a rap star. I did not realize this because I'm not young and cool, so I don't.
Oh, yeah, I knew this. I could have told you this.
I don't know what all the hip kids are listening to, but I had heard about
I think they're called Hep Cats.
Hep Cats. That's right.
I'm pretty
the
sure.
Hep Cats listening to their jazz music.
The G.
Yeah, something like that for shizzle whizzle. I don't know. But I was watching Saturday Night Live, and I saw him on there, and he did his This Is America song. And then I heard that there was this video that everybody was talking about. And so I watched it, and holy shit, I can't stop watching it. I can't stop watching commentary on it and people breaking it down, and
I'll take a look at that.
Articles about all the layers in the video.
I haven't had a chance to stop moving.
Yeah.
And think. Mm-hmm. I'm in finals right now.
Yeah.
And so this is like,
you don't have time for pop culture.
I don't have time for anything. And then also my Schmishmorsey is finalizing like as of today-ish.
Awesome.
So yeah. So I'm tired.
If I had one of those round of applause buttons that the fancy podcasters do, I'd play that, but I don't know how that shit works. So, hey, Rich, throw some applause in there, would you? Well, at any rate, so I will womansplain this video to you.
Oh, yeah, I want to watch it.
It's good, but it's basically...
No spoilers. I
won't spoil it. All I need to say is that it's a commentary on race in America and our gun culture and just how fucked up our priorities are and just how fucking racist we all are. And it's fantastic.
We really are. We're monsters.
So go ahead.
Have you heard the new Zombie song too? The new cover of Zombie?
like, is Zombie a band or a
No,
song?
like the
or a
Cranberry
TV
song,
show?
Zombie, like Zombie.
Oh,
Zombie.
I know.
There's a
I
new
know that.
cover. There's the new cover, and it takes some digs at America right now, and
Ooh.
it's pretty good. I was
I'm gonna
listening
have
to
to
it and
check
singing
that
along
out.
to it the other day, and then some of the words were different. I was like, holy shit, I like this.
Wow.
Like they changed the words, and it has some digs. I was like, okay, that's a good song to use as a dig.
No, I'm from the 90s, so I'm very familiar with the Cranberries. I was all about the Cranberries back in the day.
You're always all about the crayons.
All about the crayons. I was a crayon fan, I think is what they called us. I have no idea.
Sea berries
Yeah.
for life.
They were so cool, and they were from Ireland, and I was like, I
Were
wanna
they?
see
I mean,
them.
they were cool. Like the Linger
Oh, they
CD
were very
was like
cool.
awesome, but
Yeah,
I don't know
she
if they were like cool. You know what I mean? Like everybody knew it, but it wasn't one of those bands where it was like
Oh no, they were
awesome.
they were out right at the time. I was
'Cause
like,
they were like indie kind of.
I was like
folk
women's
indie.
studies college student, like just that.
Yeah.
Like if you picture a women's studies college student in the
Okay.
90s,
Angry
that was
chick
me.
music. I had
Right.
the Lilith Fair box set.
So do I.
Could I have been more of an angry feminist hippie back in
Oh.
the 90s?
I had all the versions of Alanis Morissette's
Yeah.
Like a Little Pill. I have the
Me
acoustic
too.
version. I had the unplugged version.
Jewel. I had
Oh,
every
Jewel,
version
yeah.
of her songs.
All the Jewel.
And then she came out with her dirty stuff. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
go Jewel.
and she was writing poetry and
Yeah, I
fuck
read
yeah.
it all. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
read
that
it.
was me. That was me in
Yep,
the
me
90s. I was
too.
into all that shit.
I was Mormon though doing
Except
this.
you
on
were
the DL.
Mormon. I don't
Yeah, I have been a feminist forever. I
You
just
were
didn't
a
realize
bad,
it.
bad Mormon.
I just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, today at the mediator that was doing my Shmish Morsay stuff was like,
Mhm.
I said something about being Mormon and getting married super young at 19, and my attorney was like, "Huh, that explains a lot." I was
Oh
like,
my God.
I mean, it was like
Yeah.
5 hours of nonsense, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I feel like I've been shot in the gut. I'm pretty sure he does too. So I guess
Yeah.
that's a successful
That's a win,
divorce.
maybe? I
Like
don't.
they said that when both people leave with frowns on their face, that means it was a successful divorce because that means no one won. Because there's no
Yeah.
winning. There's no
Yeah,
winning.
no. Hey, kids, don't get married at 19.
I just wish I could have won somewhere.
Yeah.
I had just so many gut shots.
You won some kitten accessories that will be coming in the mail. So,
I won singleness.
and I picked them all out. So,
Oh, that is so
look
much
forward
fun.
to that.
I'm so
One of them is those cat towers that have the little perches on them and like the
Oh,
little
he's gonna
hole
love
and the
that.
steps and everything. So,
He's gonna love that because right now
Yes.
his kitten tower is my face.
nope. Has two different perches on it. It's got a cubby hole
This
in it, I
makes the
think.
divorcee package
Yes.
complete.
Right? I mean,
I told my attorney that I was like, I ordered my divorcee package and it came with a kitten, and she was like, mine came with 2 dogs. Want to see? She's older. She was like a judge for 20 years or something. She's
Wow.
badass.
overachiever.
But it's okay. So this has nothing to do with anything, and I already told you earlier, but I haven't told our audience.
Listen up, people.
So I filed myself. Like we were fighting. Things were really shitty. And I just was like, fuck it. And I just filed, and I didn't tell him I'd filed until he got served, basically. He didn't know. He didn't know I'd filed for divorce. And he kept threatening. His thing was, I'm going to file for divorce and then take it back. He's like, no, let's work on it. No, I'm going to file. He was just threatening me. And so I'd already filed like 2 weeks ago, and he kept saying this, and I was like, oh, okay. He found out when he went to go try. And it was like, he was like, wait a second, you've already filed. And she was like, I really like how you did that pro se, because I didn't have an attorney, I didn't have anyone represent, like nothing, and I just went in and I filed. And she was like, you're kind of like Calamity Jane. You're just like, move out of my way, fuckers. I'm taking charge. Because she knew what had been going on at the time, like that caused that, like the backstory.
Yeah.
And she was like, you're kind of a badass, and I like that. I'm like, coming from you.
You are a badass. That's what we love about you. Calamity Amy. Ugh.
Calamity Jamie. No.
On a side note, I love the 1950s Calamity Jane movie with Doris Day. Just
I
saying.
have seen that. My grandmother babysat Doris Day when she was a baby.
What?
I have a celebrity connection. Yes.
Doris Day turned into a crazy cat dog lady.
Yes.
She had like 6,000 dogs. I don't know. I can't verify that. I just
Yeah, because my grandmother, she babysat her when they were kids.
Doris Day had kind of a fucked up life.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
really
because she
kind of
was
sad.
like, my grandmother was like 13 and Doris Day was like 5. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a big difference.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
but like when she got married to this just
Oh shit, I was
fucking
wrong. I
crazy
mean
person.
Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds. Yeah, I was gonna say Doris Day's pretty old.
No, Doris Day's
but-
older than my grandmother. No,
Yeah.
my grandmother babysat Debbie Reynolds when she was younger.
Still pretty fucking cool.
It
Singing
is
in the
pretty
Rain.
fucking cool. I love that movie so
If
much.
you go watch Singing in the Rain, the scene where he is dancing in the rain, the actual Singing in the Rain scene, there are a bunch of shops behind him, and one of the shops has my last name on it.
Nice.
Yeah. You have to go find that, people. I'm not telling you what it is.
Her last name is Pole Dance.
That's right. Go look for the shop named Pole Dance and Singing in the Rain.
Because you know how you took the last name of your trade, like carpenter,
Right. Exactly,
or blacksmith.
That's how it worked. I come from a long line of pole
you're
dancers.
From the long line, you're from the Long Island pole dancers.
No, I remember seeing that for the first time and going, holy, because, it's my maiden name, not my actual real legal name now. But I remember
Yeah, but
seeing
that's
it going,
when I have you on in my phone because I like it better.
Yeah, it's like, I liked it better too. It was an unusual name and you don't see it anywhere. And I'm like, holy shit, it's on a building and Singing in the Rain. That's so cool.
Did you correct people? You're like, pole dancers.
Yeah, that's
You
exactly
have
what
to
I did.
emphasize the right.
The pole
syllable.
dancers. It's French, so you have to
The
say it the
pole
right way.
No, bad geese. We're bad
Yeah.
geese. We're not bad guys. We're bad geese.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're still on topic.
Yeah, we're totally on topic.
Bringing it
We're
back
talking
around.
about America and coming to
Yeah.
America and changing your name
Yeah.
so you don't seem so.
So people don't know
foreign.
you come from generations of pole dancers.
My
the whole
family
thing.
dropped Mick. I had Mick in front of my
Oh.
name, MC.
Dirty mix.
I don't know what that means, but it's
Dirty
probably
fucking
offending
mix.
like
It is.
20 million
It's
people.
offensive to Irish people, but
Oh, well then, yes, I'm super offended.
I have some Irish background, so I
So,
can
yeah,
say it. It works that way. You've
And
never
they
heard the
dropped-
term
they
dirty
dropped
Mick
M-
before?
I'm mostly Swedish. I've heard
no.
the Swedish meatballs or Swedish bikini team or whatever.
No.
Or the
best-
Swedish chef. Oh, yeah. So
The best Irish slur is
Yeah.
dirty Mick, so
no.
look it up.
Yeah, so they dropped that. They dropped Mick to be more American.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother is fully Swede. My mother's fully Swede. And so I think that's 1/8 or something. Because my mom is 50%. So I'm 1/8. That's a lot of Swede. And it's my dad's side that dropped the Mick, and it's, diluted. And so I'm 1/8 or no, 1/4, right?
I don't know math.
1/4
We know. I can't do math, Amy.
1/4 Swedish because my mom is a half. So I'm 1/4 Swedish, and then the rest is like whatever. And I
Your
know
standard American mutt mix.
right. And my maiden name is the one that used to have MC in front of it. But
No,
anyway.
my mom was 50% German because her dad was completely German. So I guess that makes me a fourth German.
although my name was Mick Pole Dancer.
Mixed
So
pole dancer.
we might
Pole
be
dancer
related.
sounds better. It could. Well, we probably are, to be
But
honest.
we dropped Mick at Ellis Island. But
Well,
I'm
see-
pretty sure we might be related.
My last name was French Canadian, so there's a law at the beginning,
Yeah.
but they never dropped it. They just kept it on there, which I liked because it's fancy as fuck. So
Love Pole Dancer.
I grew up with a fancy as fuck name like La Pole Dancer. So anyway, okay, so the video.
Better than Mick Pole Dancer.
Yeah, the video was great, but the other thing that pissed me off yesterday was as I was cleaning cat puke off my basement floor, I was watching.
I talked to you on the phone. You liked it.
It was great, yeah. The Michael Moore documentary, Where to Invade Next, which I had put off watching for a couple of years.
Yeah, it's
kinda
on my
old.
list. It's on my list.
It was one of those things where it was like, I know what it's about and it's just going to depress me. But
and
then
Michael Moore kind of pisses me off a little bit. Like, I agree with his politics to
Yeah.
a certain point.
but he's got a personality style that's
I don't
obnoxious.
like his personality.
Yeah.
I want to punch him in his face.
Yeah, he's obnoxious.
Not as much as I want to punch Michael in his face, but I want to punch. Maybe it's the name.
Who doesn't
wanna-
want to punch Michael in the face?
I told him that. I said, you have one of those faces that people want to punch,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you get that a lot. And he didn't respond to that.
It's probably the Jewy look on his face, I would guess, Because people like
So,
punching Jews? I don't know.
If
Or is it
someone's an
Nazis?
Irish Jew, holy shit,
Oh,
you've offended
God.
so many people today, Amy.
I'm out to offend everybody.
Go
That's
home.
why I'm going to title this
Go home, I'm
episode
not drunk.
America Sucks. And then that's
Okay.
just going to piss off everybody and put us on the NSA radar. Anyway, so I finally watched it
Kinda
because I
does.
ran out of shows to watch. And I'm like, oh shit, that's there. I never watched it.
I still haven't watched Peaky Blinders.
Oh, you got to watch Peaky Blinders.
I know. I
Cillian
finished with
Murphy,
finals
so hot.
This week. I finished with finals this week. I took a dance class on Saturday. I
Was it
did
a pole
power-
dancing class?
It was actually a West African dance
Oh.
class from Ghana specifically, and I did so badly
I can see
because
that.
there were mirrors everywhere, and I'm watching her, and she's amazing, and she's making these stomping, like gathering motions, and it looks so cool, and she's moving, she's like slow and breaking it down for us, and then she's like, this is how it's supposed to be, and she does it really fast, and then I tried to do it, and my body doesn't move the way I'm ordering it to move.
Well,
I
and
was
you're
really
so white. I mean, ugh.
I was so pissed off at it. And the guy next to me was pretty off too, because there were only two of us in the class. He wasn't doing great, but in between moves, he would do like a handstand or a backflip. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. And then she was talking to us after class and she's like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a personal trainer, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, I have the body of someone who works in an office all day and who's had 3 children and who is closer to 40 than 20.
Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, I feel better about myself. So
Now, Peaky Blinders, Cillian
Oh,
Murphy in that show is
he's fucking hot. He is
the smoking hottest.
Yeah.
Just
No.
yeah. Watch it when you're
if
alone
I were
and have a
fertile
drink in your
again, I would
hand.
have his babies.
I think my ovaries exploded just watching that show.
Yeah.
It's
I only
fucking
have one at this point
fantastic.
because my body's a nightmare. But yeah, I would.
The
totally
other
have
one
his
will
babies.
explode after you watch this, so be careful.
Good.
He's one dirty Mick that I can stare at all day. So.
Oh my god. There was a period of time for Colin Farrell until Colin Farrell opened Colin Farrell's mouth, and then it was over for me. I'm like, oh, you're a freaking moron.
Kind of
And
greasy
I'm
and
out.
gross for me.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. You're gross. Ew.
So anyway, the movie that
Now
I was
it's
referring
just
to
Trump
that we're talking about.
and the rest of the world that I have a crush on.
Well, everybody has a Trump on crush, a crush on Trump. I don't know
Did
how
you
that.
know Trump and Pence were in Dallas a couple days ago?
Did you get to see him?
Well,
I mean-
if naturally he swung by,
Yeah.
and by
He at least
swung by,
spent
I
a
mean,
few
he had
hours
sex
with you, right?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And but
Good.
yeah, by swung by, I mean he swung his penis in my vagina. I don't know. So gross. Ew.
Did you at least get some video recording of this so you can make some money on it later?
No, I've
Because-
signed too many.
God damn it.
things.
You just need to get that lawyer on your side because he
No,
is
there was-
going to
okay,
fuck
Trump-
Trump.
The NRA convention was in Dallas.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Trump and Pence came to town
Oh
to
my
speak to the NRA convention. And because my attorney was telling me that she went to Dallas for something, like she had visitors visiting from out of
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
town, and they had to go see the grassy knoll and all of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you show him where the second shooter was? And she was like, of course I did. And so we were joking about that, but
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, the NRA convention was in town, and then Trump and Pence were in town yesterday or 2 days ago or something
Mm-hmm.
to speak to the NRA convention. I was like, of course they were.
Uh-huh.
Of course. Like my attorney's from Boston. She is liberal
Yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She
so
sounds cool as fuck too.
She is so amazing. I love her so much. I want her to be like my surrogate mother. Well, that's
Yeah.
different. That's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, so
Anyway, so they
this
came
movie-
to town and
okay.
it was gross. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's a movie we're talking about.
You finish your story.
Okay, after I finished my divorce thing, I went to a liquor store and I bought bourbon. So that might be why I'm off topic.
I think you meant schmishmorshe.
I don't.
You
know what I
mispronounced it.
mean. I did. Schmishmorse.
Schmish-
It was
schmish-
5 hours of torture, and usually I carry a battery pack charger thing for my phone everywhere I go. I have a cord and a battery pack in my phone in my purse all the time. This morning I left early for work because I had to leave early from work to go to the Schmishmorse
Schmishmorshe
finalization meeting thing where we were hashing out details of everything. We've talked about everything.
Yeah.
And I remember pulling it out of my purse and setting it down on a counter in my house and leaving. And so I'm sitting there in the meeting. I'm like, oh, my phone's at 17%. Everybody had iPhones. I have an Android. And then it was like, 9%, 8%, 7%. I'm like, shit.
And that's the worst feeling. Ugh.
The mediator's like, oh, I have an Android card. Hold on. And he pulled it out. And so I plugged it in. And I got it back up to like 12%, but it died while I was at the liquor store. I'm like, this sucks. Like, game over.
You need
basically.
like somebody following you around with sad trombone music.
Seriously. And I'm getting texts from you, from my local friends.
And I'm like,
everybody's
come on,
like, how are things going? I'm
What's
chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
What is going on? Because they all knew today was the day.
Mm-hmm.
I might be single. I might not be. Who knows?
Anything
Maybe
could
I
happen.
decided to stick it out and remarry.
Oh my God. Okay, that would have shocked me a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now's the time to be like, you know what?
That would have ruined everything with Donald. I mean, you got a good thing going with Donnie, so.
Not really. Stormy's back in the picture.
That's true.
I like her.
Did you see her on Saturday Night Live?
I have not seen Saturday Night Live in a long time because I don't know.
Yeah. Because you're not young and hep anymore. And
I just forget to watch TV.
Yeah, I don't remember to watch it, but when it's on Hulu sometimes and I'm out of everything else, I'll be like,
on your Hulu.
Yeah, I saw that you made a profile on there, so get on there and watch it.
Amy with a Y.
Yeah, Amy with an I. You're the other Amy,
yeah.
So too much drinking. You forget which Amy you are when you're drinking, so.
That's true.
Okay, back to this movie now.
This movie with Michael Moore, who's
anyway,
in a hat.
Yeah. So the whole premise of the movie is that he goes to other countries to figure out what things they've done right, so that he can like bring those ideas back here. Hence the title, Where to Invade Next.
So many things are done better than us.
Oh yeah, and like his first stop, he goes to Italy and he talks about paid vacation and how much paid vacation time they get in Italy, and it's like
we don't take any time off.
Oh no. And they get like, it's mandatory that they get like 5 or 6 weeks paid a year.
Shit.
Like minimum, but then they get more on top of that.
I've been at my job I think I've been at my new job for about 3 months or so. Mm-hmm. And I've missed 3 days and I'm afraid I'm going to get fired.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at.
I haven't had a paid vacation in years because here, you know, what they do now is they usually just pack all of your time together. So since I'm sick as shit all the time, I have to take all of my time as sick time. So I don't get vacations because I spend my vacations being sick. So yeah, he talks about that with this couple in Italy and he's explaining to them how, you know, no, in America, you don't get anything guaranteed unless you have a really good job. And then you might get 2 weeks paid, but that's usually the most unless you have an excellent job. And then maybe you'll get like 3 or 4 weeks, but that's a lot. And these people, these Italians are just shocked. Like,
and sometimes it accrues, right. But not always. Sometimes it goes away.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, in Italy, if they don't use all of theirs, it just keeps rolling over and they never lose it ever.
So you could have like 11 weeks or 12 weeks just accrued up. Yeah. Oh, wow. They don't even accrue cell phone minutes anymore. Like nothing accrues.
And to them, it's just like he's talking to these, you know, CEOs at Ducati and like these Italian companies that are still making a shitload of money. And you know, they explain how it's good for us to have employees that are happy and invested in the company. And it's like, it's such a no-brainer to me that when your employees are happy and not stressed out and able to be fully functional when they're at work, then you have a better company because of that. You don't have as high of turnover. Yeah. You have employees putting in their best that care about the company they work for. Like, how is this a hard concept for us to grasp here?
That's what's the opposite of that? Because that's the office environment I work in, where there's the boss makes sure the managing owner and the manager, she manages the office and she owns the office that I work in. It's her company. But so she actually make sure every single employee knows that she has cameras everywhere. And you can see them. There are cameras everywhere. And she tells you, I'm recording you also. Mm-hmm.
As if you're in a prison camp at your job.
So, I mean, we talk shit about her all the time. But over I am.
Yeah.
But so it's not like she made sure I knew like 3 or 4 days in, you know, I have cameras everywhere and I can hear what you're saying too.
Oh, it's so creepy.
And, okay. So yeah, let me tell you about this. I mean, you know, parts of my job.
Oh yeah.
It's a very skilled niche job because I actually have 2 degrees in this field in order to get this job. Mm-hmm. And everybody I work for in my little department are also as qualified or more than me in this niche job. And we're all grown-ups, and we're all, there because we are trained in this, we are good at this, and we're, we're grown-ass people.
Right.
But she's telling us all of this. In my job interview, I was given an IQ test and a stress test as part of my job interview.
You nailed those though, right?
I did, actually.
I can
They
tell.
told me they interviewed a lot of people and only 2 people passed the test.
Wow.
And it was the stress test was a timed math test
Oh, I would have failed that shit.
with no calculator. You had to
Yeah,
do the math
no.
off the top of your head.
No, I would have failed
And-
that.
I was chit-chatting and joking and being like, you guys are sadistic in this place, joking around with them. And that's what made me get the edge, is because I was joking.
Oh, not stressed out.
But then when I come in, they're like, you
Sneaky.
can't, no chit-chatting and no talking and no, blah, blah,
God.
blah. I'm like, all of us are over 30. We're all grown-ass women,
Yeah.
and my specific department is all women. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Well, and that's part of the problem.
So-
People get treated like fucking children or, prisoners at their job. Like, you're treated as
Yep.
if because you have this job, and you should be damn grateful that you have this job, you are there at the pleasure of the employer, and they can do whatever they want to you, and they can talk to you however they want to you,
Yeah.
and treat you like shit. And
Well, let me tell
everybody
you.
just ends up angry and resentful, and
Exactly.
that doesn't make anything better. Like, it doesn't make companies better. It
Bitching
doesn't-
about the manager over I am. The
Yeah.
second she walks out of the room.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's only in the office once a week, but during that once a week, I'm just like, oh, shit. And her car was in the driveway yesterday, even though I told you it
Oh,
wasn't.
no.
It was there. I went in and I was like, fuck, she's here.
Yeah.
Because once I pulled into the spot, I was like, nope, that is her car.
Ugh, that
So,
sucks.
yeah, because I told Amy, I was like, nope, she's not even here today. Yes.
You were so
No, her-
optimistic going in.
Her
too.
vacation starts next week. So,
Ugh. Well, next week should be better then.
eh,
Yeah, so they've got all these happy
Yeah.
Italians with all this paid time off.
staying back on track.
And
Very
then he goes to, I think the next place he went to was France. And
nothing will make you feel worse about your job than going to Schmorse mediation
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
and having all the numbers laid out in front of you. You're like, well, fuck, I need like 17 more jobs just to
Yep.
eat bread.
Have you considered pole dancing?
Yeah, it's in my name.
Yeah.
It's my namesake.
That's my namesake.
But then I
You're
realized
the Mick pole dancer.
I'm Mick pole dance. Yeah, it's basically we dance around poles
Yeah.
made of potatoes.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a niche market, Some people go
And
for
then
that
I
sort of
realized
thing.
I can't dance, and I've had 3 C-sections, so no one wants to see that.
Oh, there's dudes that are into that. It's fine.
Gross.
Everybody's into something.
So what is that, Rule 36? Is that what it is?
Something like that, yeah.
Or is it 34?
I don't know. I don't watch
Something
porn,
30.
so
You
32? No.
Like today or ever?
I'm a very casual porn watcher. I just don't. It's
Like
not-
within the past 24 hours?
no. Not within
Really?
the past 20
Okay, I can't even say that I haven't in the past 24 hours.
Oh, you're such a dirty slut. I swear.
My Tumblr account is filthy. I'm sorry. I was just checking what
Yeah.
my new Tumblr was. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
well, part of going to France, he talks about the sex ed there, and he asks them about, because, they show this
It's
teacher in a
probably
classroom.
amazing.
Well, yeah, she's talking to these kids, and she's, here, even if you get any kind of sex ed, it's really shitty, and it's focused on, here's how you don't get pregnant, and here's how you don't get STDs. There,
You
she's,
don't wear short skirts, right? And
Yeah.
you don't be a woman.
yeah, and make sure that your nipples are covered up. But apparently in France, they teach the kids in school, like, this woman is in front of all these teenagers saying, your first time is really going to be special. And so you want to make sure that you're receptive to your lover, and that you know what it is they want, and that they know what you want, and that you like, she's teaching them how to have sex. And he asks her, he's like, well, do you talk about abstinence at all? Like, where is that? And she kind of laughs, and she's like, yeah, no. She said, teaching abstinence is too risky. It fails too much. And
Yeah, like 100% of the time.
well, and then of course they cut to this clip of Rick Perry talking about how, he's being interviewed by like the Dallas, whatever newspaper there is in Dallas. I don't know.
Dallas Morning News.
Probably. But the guy's interviewing him, and he's
They're
asked
the
him
ones
about,
that slammed Trump. I remember that.
yeah, well, this reporter was asking Perry, you know, do you want to keep
Fucking
funding
Rick Perry.
abstinence-only education even though it doesn't work? It's been shown not to work. And Rick Perry's response is, it works. And the guy's like, well, no, what I'm saying is it doesn't. We've done studies and it doesn't work. But it does. He's like, but it works.
But it literally does. So Rick Perry,
He's a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit. So he is in a wheelchair, as I don't know, as you know.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
So he had a lawsuit. Something happened. He broke his spine or something. I don't know. Something happened.
Yeah.
And he had a lawsuit, and he, you know, went for emotional distress and all this stuff. And he just basically, because he was an attorney and everything, and he just he took someone to the cleaners and he just cleaned him out. He got, you know, millions and millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And then he became governor and changed the rules that now there's a cap to emotional distress and lawsuit. I can't remember what it is, but even if your bills equal like $500,000, you can't ask for that. Now there's a cap in the state of Texas because of fucking Rick Perry after he benefited from it.
He's such a piece of shit, and he's so stupid.
After he benefited from it, like, you are such an idiot. Like, well, no, he's not an idiot. Actually, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But it's a really dick move. Like,
it is a dick move. Although I have to tell you, I was Googling.
He's like, starting now.
Yeah. I was Googling at one point blueberries and tomato soup just to see what would pop up. And I found out that Rick Perry originated that term before we did. Did I tell you this? No. So I Googled it.
Know this? Have you texted her?
Well, here's what I'm thinking happened. He apparently said this last year. So I don't know if it was at the same time she thought of it but it was either last year or the year before.
There's a word for that.
Well, he was at some,
but what is the word for that?
Well, no,
when ideas are
copyright infringement.
No. There's a word for that when ideas come out at the same time.
Simultaneously. I think it's called suing Rick Perry. We should sue him for...
No, it's when ideas come out at the same time because it's just the world is ready for it. Part of the
zeitgeist or something.
Zeitgeist.
Is that
no?
it?
That's literally the word. No, that's literally the word. The word is zeitgeist, and it means like if Steve Jobs hadn't come up with the iPhone, someone else would have because
the world was just ready for
the
it.
Accumulation of environment and technology and, you know, knowledge and whatever. It would have happened. It wouldn't have been exactly the same iPhone, but it would have been something like that because it's the zeitgeist. Like it's just, you know, like so many people are like, oh, I had the idea for Uber 2 years before and I just didn't jump on it. It's just because of the accumulation of whatever. Like that's the zeitgeist.
I had the idea for the apps where you can put different hairstyles on your face. I had that idea in 3rd grade. And I want some money for it. I'm just saying. I
had that Barbie game on the computer where you would make the different dresses and hairstyles.
Well, we had no computers when I was a kid because I'm way older than you. But
you are way older than me.
I remember in like 3rd or 4th grade doing a project in school where we had to invent something. And my invention was some sort of magical device where you could like put a picture of yourself in it and then try on different hairstyles to see how they looked before you got them.
I invented platform shoes with fish in them, so I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God.
There's a market for that in 1965.
Where is all of our money? We have all these genius ideas and nobody is paying us for them. I'm saying
we should take this podcast and kind of merge it into a, what is that called? Webcam girls.
Something like that. I don't know.
We'd be like, we're recording about politics.
I looked it up.
What?
I looked it up and Perry said this in 2014. So he called Austin, Texas's tomato. He called Austin the blueberry in Texas's tomato soup.
Yeah, except every major city is the blueberry. It's Austin, Houston, San Antonio. San Antonio is hella liberal because it's heavily Mexican populated. So, and then you have the whole Valley area.
You can even buy a t-shirt with this on it.
Oh, dude.
On Zazzle. It's got a bowl of tomato soup with a teeny little blueberry in the middle and it says you are here.
Oh, it's a teeny tiny little blueberry.
Just one blueberry.
Assholes.
Fuck them. Anyway.
Yeah, no. everybody I was in the room with today was liberal. So
Nice.
most people I work with are liberal. Like it's not that unusual.
Oh, it's like that everywhere. Big cities are liberal and fucking
I don't live in-
rural areas are, well, okay. You live near a larger
I-
city?
Saw the best bumper sticker yesterday, actually.
What was it?
It said 45 and then it had the less than sign 44.
Nice.
And I think it's political enough to be like relevant, but it's too smart
It's a
for
thinker.
dumb people to
Yeah.
get. So I don't think my car will get keyed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I really liked it. And it's just this little blue sticker. It's just like a little square and it just says 45 less than 44.
I saw a cool bumper sticker the other day on a minivan and it said, "Cool minivan, said no one ever." I kind of want to buy it for my brother because he drives a minivan.
I drive a minivan.
Well, then I should
But
get
my
you one too.
My minivan has Bill Murray on it because Bill fucking Murray is the best.
He is kind of cool.
It's the chive.com, the Bill fucking
yeah.
Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Bill fucking Murray on my car.
So back to the movie we were discussing.
Isn't that the movie we were discussing?
Okay, I'll talk to you about
Scrooged?
the most depressing part of the movie, just in case we never get to any of the rest of the movie.
Don't tell me about maternity leave.
Oh, that's in there, but I won't even talk about that. No, the Finnish education system.
Oh, God.
So
I'm sure it's amazing.
The way that they do public school in Finland, holy shit. Like, and it started because, you know,
Is Finnish a different language? Or
Yes.
can we just move there and speak English and
I
just
mean,
expect people to adapt to us?
you should speak Finnish, but most of them also speak English. So
Why even
it's a
come to
win.
this country if they don't even speak Finnish?
Exactly. No, they
Can you
apparently
say just Finnish already, or is that rude?
they don't appreciate puns in Finland. We have some listeners in Finland. Let us know.
Can we?
You know, can we come there and live with you and take advantage of your education system because ours, quite frankly, sucks.
50% of us are single.
Yeah. So
Mostly. I'm mostly single.
almost single. You're so close.
I mean, we've signed everything. We just have to wait for it.
I could totally be single for a free trip to Finland. Just saying.
I could be single like this.
Yes.
I'm snapping if you can't
Yeah.
see it.
No, they apparently were at the bottom of like the national education rankings, 10 or 20 years ago, something. They were at the, and they thought, okay, we need to
So
turn this
they were
around.
the Alabama of the
Right.
nations?
Of the
Okay.
nations. And
Got
they
it, got it.
actually, instead of doubling down like we would here in America, they were like, shit, we should fix this. What should we do? Let's hire some experts. Let's think about this. Let's see what works. Let's find some evidence-based ideas, you know? So they have this system where part of it is that they have banned like private schools. You cannot have a for-profit school in Finland anywhere, which means that if you're a student in Finland, you go to the school that's near you. It doesn't matter what income level you are, what your race is, you go to that school, and every school in Finland has the same standards. So you're getting the same education no matter where you live in the country. So it's not like if you're moving somewhere, you have to look into where are the best schools. They're all the best. And
Yeah.
the rich kids are mingling with the poor kids, and the different racial, you know, groups are together and getting along. And so they kind of grow up having this culture of inclusiveness. And they only go to school for like 4 hours a day. Like they
That's
don't,
actually better.
yeah, it's better. And they
Because
don't,
this whole 7-hour bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
How
Yep.
much of it is actually just wasted time?
most of it. And they spend, and that 4 hours includes like an hour or two of recess and lunch. They have no homework. They do not believe in homework.
I don't believe in homework.
And basically their entire like theory of education is that they're just there to get these kids passionate about what they're passionate about. Like they don't do standardized testing. They don't believe in that bullshit.
Pole dancing.
No,
We're in standardized testing week this
God.
week.
Well, pro tip to all parents, you can opt your children out of standardized testing. I have done it for the past, since my older son was in 5th grade.
I think standardized testing gives you autism like vaccines.
I think you're totally right, and I think the science will back you up on that.
I don't think that that's a very controversial stance. I think it's basically backed by science.
It basically is. I'm going to back you up on that.
Trump told me that Muslim Obama said that vaccines and standardized testing give you autism.
Trump knows his shit. I think we all know that.
So I'm pretty sure, like, I'm 98.76% sure that he's right.
Well, it varies by state, but if
what do I know? I mean,
you're just a woman.
I'm just some single chick.
You're not allowed to talk.
I'm not allowed to talk. I don't even have a man to ask permission.
Exactly. Keep your mouth quiet. Have you read the Bible on this? You're not supposed to be talking.
How many Bibles do I have in my house? I think
too
I have
many.
7 Bibles in my house.
Throw them away.
I have the Mormon quads, actually. The big old fucking...
Oh my God.
It has the Mormon books, all of the Mormon books. So,
well, hey, if you totally run out of money, you can just burn that shit for fuel and then...
Ooh.
Right? Like a hobo? I
will webcam before I hobo.
Okay. I was making a point. No, I don't remember what it was at all. Standardized testing. No, standardized testing.
You can sign your kids out.
If you are in Minnesota, I don't know if this is the case for Texas. I'm guessing it's not because Texas sucks.
It does suck.
But in Minnesota, you are allowed to opt out. You don't need a reason. You don't have to be like, I'm opting out because I'm, Mormon. You just
reasons.
No, all you have, but they don't publicize this. Nobody really knows it. I only know because my friend is a teacher at the middle school and she coordinates all the standardized testing. But she had told me back when my kid was in 5th grade. Yeah, she was like, you know what? All the teachers hate the standardized testing.
They do.
And she said and she's like, and you didn't hear this from me because I can't,
I'll deny it if you fucking say it.
Right.
Don't bring my name into this.
She's like, all you have to do in the state of Minnesota is write a letter to the principal of your school saying I'm opting my child out of standardized testing. That's all you have to do.
And include a headshot.
And then they are required to not make your kid do it. But nobody knows this, so everybody keeps going along with it. So I am constantly preaching the gospel to anybody I know in Minnesota. Opt your kids out of that shit. There's no reason for it. They don't need to do it. If enough parents get on board with just opting out, they'll realize that it's stupid and the teachers don't fucking like it, but the teachers don't have the power to change it because it's politicians making the standards.
And they can't stop it.
And they can't speak out about it because they're risking their jobs. So the parents need to take a stand and be like, fuck this. So yeah, if you're in Minnesota, opt your kid out. They don't need to do it. It's stressful. The teachers hate it. They're required to still have something for your kid to do during the day, which in my kid's case was hang out in the hallway and read a book. And he was fine with it. He's like, shit, I don't want to. And then his friends were like, how come you didn't have to take the test? And I said, go tell them to tell their parents to write a letter to the principal saying, and the administrators don't like that because their funding comes from how their test scores are. It's a whole fucked up system that needs to change. And
agreed. And then you get those blue ribbon schools or whatever, and those are the ones that get more funding.
Right.
Which is really unfair because that means that if you have an advantage of better computers, better systems, better, access to scholastic programs or whatever, then the schools that don't do well, which are usually disadvantaged schools, inner city schools, whatever,
lose the resources.
They start out with like an arm tied behind their back and a foot, standing on one foot from the get-go.
Which is what I'm saying. In fucking Finland, all the schools are the fucking same. They're all just as good as the other ones. And these kids, and they're smarter than us. Like I was talking to, I have another friend of mine who...
Wait, you're saying Americans aren't smart?
Yeah, I hate to break it to you.
Hold on. No. All you have to do is have to look at the top of the office, the very person in charge, to know that America is brilliant on a whole across the board.
Well, I've heard that we're number one in everything. I hear that a lot. We're number one. So it must be true because we've got those foam fingers and everything that you can hold up.
We've talked about this, like nationalism or patriotism, because I think one is very dangerous and damaging and the other one is okay. I'm not either, honestly.
Me neither.
But nationalism is
Fucked up.
dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But being
Unless you're in
patriotic is
Finland.
totally okay.
If you're in Finland, you have a lot to be proud of, and then it's okay.
I am so incredibly apathetic and
Oh, God,
kind
so
of
am I.
a bitch that I just don't give a fuck no matter where. I've never had school spirit.
No. I think it's stupid.
I've never. Yeah, I would go to the pep rally. I'm like, hoorah, like whatever. I don't care.
No.
And even now I'm in college. I love the school I'm at. I'm never going to put a bumper sticker on my fucking car. I'm not going to advertise where I got my degree from. I'm probably not even going to get a class ring because I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't care.
I do have a college t-shirt that I've had for, I don't know, 20 years now. It's got holes in it. It's my favorite t-shirt. But that's because I went to an elite private school that I was pretty proud of because I was,
My brother went to an elite private school, and I got a bumper sticker from his school, but I don't have it on my car.
I was a snob about it. That's what it was. The only reason I got in is because my mom wrote a sob story letter to the college about my Crohn's disease and how sick I was and how much I had struggled. So I got some scholarship money and some loans and got to go to this really kick-ass private school that I loved.
That's
so
awesome.
I didn't graduate. I'm a dropout, but I still have the t-shirt, and it's the most comfortable t-shirt I own, and I will never get rid of it.
I have a maternity shirt that's covered in holes that my ex-husband used to throw in the trash can, and I would fish it out.
Oh, yeah.
And wash it and put it back on. I'm like, no.
You can't get rid of that shit. Yeah, no.
This is my favorite shirt. It has 3/4 sleeves. It gathers in just the right
I
places.
love 3/4 sleeves.
It's so soft because it's like
Because it's been washed
15 years
7,000
old.
times. Yeah.
It is so comfortable.
What were we talking about again?
America, bitch. America,
so yeah,
fuck yeah.
the patriotism thing, like
Yeah,
I have no control over the fact that I was born here. What do I really have to be proud of?
Actually, it's because you're white.
That's true.
And you're
I'm
special.
really white.
And you were a choice spirit in heaven. That's what I was told.
Okay.
I was a choice spirit in heaven,
Makes
and
sense.
I earned my place in the best country in the world. That is some fucked up mentality to be told from the time you were little. Wait, I'm still little.
Yeah.
Younger.
Yeah.
That you are chosen before you were even born. Your destiny is to be in the best country in the world.
Yeah. Oh, we're so the best.
Mormons are super patriotic.
Oh my God.
Super patriotic. And they also love Disney for some reason. I've never loved Disney either. I'm never going to get a
Disney,
fucking,
but
I'm not going to
I'm not
Disney
I'm not
World. That sounds like a
12 anymore.
nightmare.
I don't.
Eh.
I would take my kids
I
there.
I like maybe 2 movies Disney's put out. This is probably going to lose half our patrons. I'm sorry.
The
it's
dirty
only
Mick
50%
comments
of
didn't
us.
get them, but don't fuck with Disney.
I think Mormons like Disney so much that I can't like it.
I think it's like
really like
super,
Tangled.
It's like
Tangled
super
was great.
sugary sweet. I think maybe that's why Mormons like it because it's so wholesome.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
Maybe I don't know.
Tangled
I really
was pretty
Tangled, because it has there's like that
a
mother-daughter dynamic I really liked.
I liked Brave. Was that a Disney movie?
Loved Brave.
Brave's good.
It was.
I don't think it was
not
either.
Disney. It was the Imagine or DreamWorks. I think it was DreamWorks.
The Disney competitor.
I loved Brave.
Brave was really good. I did. You know what
Merida
else?
is my. It's not. You can't say. What is that? Spirit animal, because that's derogatory.
Yeah, I just
I'm
found
not
that
going to say
out.
spirit animal, but Merida is my
Alter ego.
Patronus.
Patronus. That's a good
my cartoon Patronus.
You're
Even though my real Patronus is a fucking falcon. So, and I'm Slytherin, FYI. Just
oh, you bitch! I'm so
I know.
Ravenclaw. I don't. How do we even get
Not
along?
I don't know. It's just because of my ambition.
I
don't
guess.
know.
I Meet the Robinsons. That was a good Disney movie.
Delightful.
I loved
but
that
that's
one.
Pixar, wasn't it?
That was Pixar. Isn't Pixar Disney though? Technically,
Yeah, but they kept the rights to make their own
true.
movies. Like they kept the creative rights. So I
Yeah.
like all Pixar movies.
you know what I love? Lady and the Tramp. Oh my God, I love me some Lady and the Tramp.
Of course you do, because you're from the pole dancers.
because I'm the lady and I like a nice tramp.
And I'm a tramp. There you go.
That's why we're the perfect couple. This has
Except I'm gonna eat all of the spaghetti.
so yeah, Disney, fuck you, and America, fuck you too. No, so yes, I really want the Finnish school system, and I was so
Finnish
depressed
school
after watching it
system.
that I want to pull my
Swedish
other child
maternity
out of
leave,
school.
because fuck that.
Yep. Oh, they go over they go to Sweden. He goes to Iceland to talk
Oh,
about
God.
women's equality. The prison system in Norway. Holy shit.
He should just do a comparison though and go to Russia for their prison
That's
system.
true. Yeah. Well, and the segment he does
Like
on
everybody gets hepatitis.
the prison segment he does
all around.
in Norway, he does this whole thing about just kind of a sidebar about our prison system and how it's basically modern day
it's a
slavery.
Nightmare. Yeah.
So depressed. I just like
Here,
which is this
here's
is
your
all
10
shit that I
cents
knew.
an hour
Yeah.
to sew old Navy clothes or whatever.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that they are just corporations are used. I knew all this before. I knew it. I'm informed. But just
Right.
seeing
I've
it
seen
in
the
front of
documentary
me.
Orange is the New Black. I've seen it. I know.
Yeah. Orange is the New Black is a scientifically vetted
Thank you.
docuseries.
If you call every movie and everything you've ever seen a documentary ahead of time, it
Yeah.
really makes people look at you weird.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so I
Like,
watched that movie and I was
remember the
fucking
documentary Battlestar Galactica? That was fucked up.
I've never seen Battlestar Galactica.
I've seen all
I've
of
heard
it,
it's
and I
good.
didn't like the last season.
See, I heard it's good, but I'm not into sci-fi, so
Sci-fi is into you.
holy shit.
don't know
Have
what
you
that
been
means.
watching The Handmaid's Tale? Oh,
You
we
know I
discussed this
haven't.
last time. You can't watch that.
I can't watch it yet.
Oh my
Give me time.
god. It's on Wednesdays. So we're recording on Wednesday right now, so I watched it this morning. Jesus Christ.
I wasn't home today for 15 hours.
Shmishmorshe. Yeah, it's not a good movie to watch when you're in the middle of shmishmorshe and just general low-grade depression anyway.
Yeah, especially if you're dealing with schmabuse.
Schmabuse. Schmabuse. Oh my god. I need a t-shirt
You're
that just
trying
says
to recover
schmabuse
You're trying to get a schmishmorse from schmabuse.
from your schmabuser. Oh my god. We're just gonna put schma at the beginning of everything now. America schmucks. It's terrible. Yeah, anyway, moral of the story is every other country in the world does everything better than we do, and I don't know what
They
to do
pretty
about
much
that.
do.
I just it's
So my one of my family members went down on vacation a couple weeks ago, and it was somewhere in like a resort in Mexico, I think. It was like Cabo or something.
mhm.
And they were just sitting there out on the patio, with some girlfriends, and just drinking margaritas and having just,
Yeah.
Mexican food.
Mhm.
And this jet ski pulls up, and the guy on the jet ski just opens fire on the beach.
Holy
And then
shit.
gets back on the jet ski and drives away.
What?
And they were just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? 5 hours. It took 5 hours for the cops to get there.
Oh my
and when
God.
they did, they tried to convince everybody that witnessed it that it was just a stunt.
Like performance art?
Yeah. And
Oh my god.
I was like, that's crazy. So I think in that instance, America might be winning, because if that happened here, the cops would be there so fast.
Well, the cops would have killed any black guy in the area, so
In
they
the
would have
vicinity.
kept us safe from that. But oh my god,
They're like, there's people that are brown over there too, so we're
Yeah.
going to shoot them just in
just
case.
to be safe. It's better safe than sorry.
But yeah, she was like, so yeah, she was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Can I have another margarita? But oh my god, this is so scary. I'm so scared.
Yeah, I should put the caveat in that there are worse countries than America.
Okay,
But that doesn't
okay.
mean that we're the best one.
I mean, I'm not saying like Mexico is worse than America, but
So-
I'm just saying in
Yeah.
that regard, in that instance,
In that one instance.
that really.
So I've been driving by this billboard that I need to get your opinion on since you mentioned Mexico, and that's the next tangent I'm going on.
We need a wall.
There is this restaurant in town that's a, quote unquote Mexican restaurant, but it's not Mexican. It's
Minnesota, Mexico.
It's Minnesota white people's version of Tex-Mex food. And it's been here forever. Like it's good. It's fine. It's got tortilla chips and endless salsa. I like it. But they just put up this new billboard that says Mexican food, and then underneath it, local water. And there's exclamation points at the end of both of them. And every day I drive by that and go, is that kind of racist or am I being oversensitive?
Well, I don't know if it's being
I don't
racist.
know. Yeah, it's not really racist, but it's
it's not xenophobic, but it's ethnocentric.
Like it's basically what they're saying is you like Mexican food, come here and then you don't have to go to dirty Mexico with their dirty water.
Well, I wouldn't drink tap water in Mexico.
I know, but it's just like of all the billboard ideas you could come up with.
It's not xenophobic, but xenocentric.
Xenocentric could be. It's one of those things that's like
ethnocentric. It's not saying anything about Mexican people.
No, yeah, it's not dissing Mexican people.
It's just dissing their water, but I wouldn't drink water in Flint, Michigan either.
True. I'm just thinking, what horribly tone deaf white person at some local marketing company looked at that and went, yeah.
Thumbs all the way up.
Let's just diss Mexico. Let's promote our non-Mexican food by shitting on Mexico. I don't like maybe it works and people go there and go, oh, they're not serving Mexican water? Fantastic. You're in Minnesota.
Every other restaurant is going to ship in water by the gallonful or bucketful.
You are in northern Minnesota. You're not getting Mexican water. It's fine. There are all of 3 Mexican people in this town, period. And they own the other Mexican restaurant. And I don't think they're even serving Mexican water. So you're all safe. It's fine. I just gotta wonder, like, that's just
kind of gross. Yeah.
That's just the whitest billboard I've ever, oh God, no. Anyway.
You're like, now on tap, Spanish rice. You're like, that's not even the right country. Oh my God.
We speak Mexican here. It wouldn't surprise me if they just had a billboard that was like, we speak. You're like, we have taquitos for our appetizer. We have tortilla chips, endless baskets.
I do like the endless basket of tortilla chips.
I love to call it tortilla every chance I get because I think it's funny.
Or jalapeno.
Yeah, or jalapeno. Or fajitas. That's my
fajitas is always fun.
I love some fajitas. Well,
I do too.
So now
I buy them pre-seasoned and then I make them. My kids think I'm a magician.
Oh, we don't eat that foreign food in this house. That's too spicy for us. We actually had tacos tonight, authentic tacos with Ortega taco seasoning.
I have not eaten in so long. I had a Jimmy John's, like a little sample sandwich in my purse from some rep came in just as I was leaving, like who wanted to be a client of ours. And he was like, I have Jimmy John's sample taco or sandwiches or whatever. And I grabbed it just before I was heading out. And halfway through the meeting, which was 5 hours long,
oh my God,
I threw it in my face really fast, but I am starving.
You need to go make some authentic tacos with Ortega
I actually have
seasoning.
Avocados. I might make guacamole.
Don't make that fucking avocado toast.
I had that for breakfast.
Oh my God. So guacamole, my 8-year-old decided the other day he needed guacamole. This kid he's indifferent to guacamole as far as I know, but apparently he just decided he needed guacamole the other day.
It's delicious. I
love guacamole. I don't make it that often, but I love it. It's good. Yeah. I just never think to make it. So I
make it in my soup bowl.
Well, I brought home some avocados because I'm like, fine, he's been begging for this guacamole. I'll make him his guacamole. I bought the avocados. The fucking grocery store didn't have any ripe avocados. They were all too hard, but I bought them anyway.
That's what she said? Sorry.
I brought them home. I tried to dig the avocado out. It was like...
No, you can't do it.
It was like cement.
If it's like solid. No, you can't do it.
I spent a good half an hour putting that shit in the blender, trying to use like egg beaters. It's not
going to have the right texture.
Like I tried because I'm like, I have to make this kid his guacamole because I told him it took me forever, but I made it. And I'm like, here you go. I gave him his tortilla chips. He ate one bite and went, I don't like guacamole.
And that's when you sell him on eBay.
That's when I almost snapped and put him on my Etsy shop because
you made that shit. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. I read the Etsy terms. You have to have made it yourself, and I did. I mean, my husband helped a little, but not much.
So slightly.
Yeah,
please,
barely. So. Anyway, it's been about an hour and you need to eat, so...
I am so hungry. I'm tempted to just go down the street to Taco Bell.
I would. It's authentic Mexican food at Taco Bell, so...
It's disgusting, but yeah.
I don't love Taco Bell. I prefer Taco John's. I don't know if you have those down there, but
No.
yeah, we have this other chain called Taco John's, which is the Taco
In
Bell
Texas,
competitor.
we have Taco Cabana, which is delicious. Oh,
we don't have
Taco
that.
Cabana.
Yeah, you should go there. Well, last week I forgot to
further.
list our patrons.
And I'm almost out of gas.
Fucking Zach. Every time I'm recording, I get this pop up. Sacrilege Cast is live. I don't care. I'm trying to record my fucking podcast, Zach.
Fuck you, Zach.
Jesus Christ. He already got his bowl with his dick on it, so it's fine. All right, so I need to read our
Oh,
patrons.
my sister wants a Dickie bowl.
Oh, I've already started making your sister's Dickie bowl. There are dicks
She's-
all over that thing.
Good, because she's a bitch. You need to know this.
There are dicks. I put dicks on the bottom. I put a circle of dicks around the bottom edge. I'm going to put another circle of dicks around the top edge.
Don't tell her this. It'll be a surprise.
Okay. I'm not talking about Amy's sister. I'm talking about Michael's bowl that he's going to be getting.
Oh, he has dicks on his too, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I had a hard time figuring out how many dicks to put on his, though, because it was a very political decision. Like, do I decide that he gets more dicks than Tom and Cecil, or the same amount, or maybe less? Because I don't know. I'm not done with it yet. I can always add more.
we dislike Michael
Right.
quite a bit.
But that's what I mean. Do we dislike him on a Tom and Cecil level?
It's tough.
But if I give him more dicks than I gave Zach, is that going to offend Zach? It's a real political situation that I haven't figured out how to resolve.
I don't know.
I mean,
I want to punch Michael in the face.
he's kind of the number one dick at this point. So,
Michael?
yeah.
Yeah.
I could just put
I
number
agree.
one dick on the side. That could work. Anyway, so while I'm thinking about that, our patrons.
Oh, instead of a number one, though, it should be a dick with dicks
Ooh,
as like the part of the numbers.
I am pretty talented. I bet I could
Yeah,
do that.
you are. Or a dick that has an angle, because those exist.
Ooh, sideways dick. I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Patrons. I got to thank the patrons because I forgot to last time.
Yeah.
Oh, we have no new patrons this week, and I'm really
You
disappointed
guys
in
have
all of you.
friends. Tell
So-
them.
Well, and here's what I'm saying. Like, we changed this whole Patreon structure to be per month so that more of you poor people could contribute, because $1 a month isn't as much as $4 a month. I'm just saying.
Mm.
But because we did that, that means that our income got like cut in half. So I need at least like 10 more of you to pledge at the $1 a month level to make me happy. Because if I'm not happy,
I will
everybody,
still not be happy.
nobody's happy. So
And they will not tamp down my rage.
all I'm saying is my mental health depends on what you guys do with your money.
my
So no pressure, no pressure. But I will be in a depressive slump if we don't get some new patrons. So
If you don't give me the money, I'm going to give myself bangs.
I'm going to stop doing this podcast because I need some more money. And if I just can't get the support, we're just going to stop doing this. So that's my David Smalley impression. Anyway. All right, let's do this. Patrons. So
Yep.
at our $1 a month level, we have the wonderful Maddie Love, By Any Means Podcast, Rebecca,
Her.
Jerry, Wendy, Jenny,
Hmm.
who I like to call Boring Jenny, and encyclopediadumbamerica.com. At the $2 a month level, we have Mr. Nathan Dickey, Dr. Dylan, Kimberly Kellogg, and
I'm going to send him pictures of rashes.
you really should. Dr. Dylan
should.
diagnoses things for free, so send him all of your rashy pics. And let's see.
Bonus if they're on dick.
Yeah. All the dick rashes.
Everybody wins something.
The $4 a month level, Mr. Larry Yellingman is our standalone $4 a month patron.
Nice.
He got in on the bowl situation before the dick idea occurred to me, so unfortunately he has 0 dicks on his bowl. I'm
Can you
sorry,
just
Larry.
sculpt a dick and send it to
I
him?
probably could. I think I've got some leftover Play-Doh laying around somewhere. $5 a month level, we have got Alan and Dwayne. Thank you so much, dudes.
Nice.
Dudes stepping up. And then I just realized at the $10 a month
Finally.
level, I owe 2 people bowls, and I did not even realize it until I was fucking looking at this. I'm the worst. So Rich and Alice both will be getting a bowl because they have been
Nice.
pledging at that level for some time, and I didn't notice because I'm the worst.
Literally.
So
You're literally the worst.
Rich, not gonna lie, is probably gonna get some dicks on his bowl. only because I really do love him that much that
no, yeah, he deserves it. He knows what he did.
Rich needs a whole lot of dicks on his bowl.
Yeah, he knows what he did.
Alice has been changing her name on Patreon, which I find wonderful. So Alice today is actually Ask and Tell Project at askandtell.com, LGBT service member stories, which sounds like a very worthy thing. So free plug really for does. Alice. Ask and Tell Project, askandtell.com. Thank you. And then our superstar patron at the $20 a month level is still Ashley, Dr. Ashley.
Yay!
You are
who gave us our topic.
Yes,
the other
a couple
weeks ago.
Whenever that was. I'm in a fog of time haze. I don't know what's happening. So
I need to eat.
So anyway, and Ashley
probably shouldn't have drank on that much.
Probably not,
or that little food.
You're gonna need some bread to soak that up. So Ashley, you're the best. If you would like to join these fine people, maybe get a soup bowl with some dicks on it, maybe not. Get all of our Patreon-only content, which includes Conspiracy Chowder. We will be recording
another one.
We've just been so busy and depressed, but we're going to do it. Lizard people is our next topic. We will do it.
Yes.
So yes, you get all the bonus content
sure
at
a lizard person.
Any level. So even $1 a month, you get all the bonus content. That's it. So Amy can take us out for the week.
All right.
Are you ready? Did you pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I did. And that's all we've got for now. Thanks to all our fabulous listeners who put up with us joining on week after week. If you enjoy our delightful bitchcraft, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and send us all your monies on Patreon. You can find us on these platforms by using the Google machine. It's not hard. This week, your donations will go to gas. My car needs gas.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you want to tell the world how awful this episode was, join our super secret soup
you're
talk
so bad at that.
I know. If you want to tell us to fuck off personally, you can send an email to secularsouppodcast@gmail.com. Please rate and review us on iTunes, Facebook, and wherever else you can review things like this. It will help us spread the soup gospel far and wide. And hey, tell your friends. As always, we'll leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick.
Secular soup creed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking, happiness. Minestrone, beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.